The Republic of Mauritius is an island country in the Indian Ocean, about 2,000 kilometers off the southeastern coast of East Africa and east of Madagascar, including the main island as well as the islands of Rodrigues, Agalega, and St. Brandon. The island of Mauritius was uninhabited before its first recorded visit by Arab sailors in the end of the 10th century. Mauritius was then referred to by its Arabic name Dina Arobi, which means abandoned island. In 1507, Portuguese sailors came to the uninhabited island and established a visiting base. Diogo Fernandes Pereira, a Portuguese navigator, was the first European known to land in Mauritius and made the decision to name the island as Ilha do Cine, which means the island of the swan. Nonetheless, the Portuguese did not stay long as they were not interested in these islands. In 1958, a Dutch squadron under Admiral Wybrandt van Warwick landed at Grand Port and named the island as Mauritius after Prince Maurice of Nassau of the Dutch Republic. The Dutch inhabited the island in 1638 and tried to establish a permanent colony, but the settlements never developed enough to produce dividends, causing the Dutch to abandon Mauritius in 1710. Then France came on board, took control of Mauritius in 1715 and renamed it as Île-de-France, meaning the island of France. During the French rule, slaves were brought from different parts of Africa, including Mozambique and Zanzibar. As a result, the island's population rose dramatically from 15,000 to about 50,000 people within a span of 30 years. By the 19th century, there were about 60,000 slaves on the island, with African slaves accounting for around 80% of the island's population. In 1729, Indians from Pondicherry in India arrived in Mauritius, where they were assigned work contracts by the French until the time when they were acquired their freedom. In 1810, a British Royal Navy expedition led by Commodore Josiah Rowley, who was an Anglo-Irish aristocrat, was sent to capture the island. Consequently, the French could not prevent the British from occupying the island. Hence, the French surrendered the island to the British in 1810, and under the British rule, the island's name reverted back to Mauritius. Under the British rule, slavery was abolished gradually over several years, and by 1833, the abolition of slavery had become the law of the island. At the Lancaster Conference of 1965, it became clear that Britain wanted to relieve itself of the colony of Mauritius. In March of 1968, Mauritius was declared as independent. Sir Siwusagul Ramgulam became the first Prime Minister of the independent Mauritius, with Queen Elizabeth II remaining head of state as Queen of Mauritius. On March 12, 1992, Mauritius was proclaimed a republic within the Commonwealth of Nations and the monarch removed as head of state. Sir Vira Samiringadu became the first president of Mauritius under a transitional arrangement in which he was later replaced by Kassam Utim, who assumed presidency later that year. However, political power remained with the prime minister. The current president of Mauritius is Dharam Gokul, who has been president since December of 2024. The capital city of Mauritius is Port Louis, the economic center point of the Paradise Island. Port Louis is the largest city of the island with approximately 200,000 inhabitants. The city of Port Louis is home to the biggest harbor of Mauritius, known as the Port Louis Harbor, and where large businesses and trades coexist together, which forms the unique atmosphere of Port Louis. The population of Mauritius is estimated to be around 1.26 million as of 2024, a population that is multi-ethnic, with Indo-Mauritians making up the largest group, followed by Creoles, Sino-Mauritians, and Franco-Mauritians. French and English are the de facto official languages of Mauritius. However, Creole is the language that is mostly spoken in Mauritius. Mauritius is a religiously diverse nation, with Hinduism as the largest religion, followed by Christianity and then Islam. The economy of Mauritius is a mixed developing economy based on agriculture, exports, financial services, and tourism. Mauritius is nicknamed as the star and the key of the Indian Ocean because of its strategic importance and its beautiful, diverse culture.